He once told a young cartoonist, "Try a mouse instead." He only eats Napa Valley raisins. He has a drive-in in his backyard, complete with wicker furniture. He is the most interesting film goer in the world.
I don't always go to the movies, but when I do, I prefer the Naperville Independent Film Festival.
Opening act for you. I'm glad you like the film. Thank you. That's what I'm going to do. We had a really big opening number that we were going to do. Production, dancing girls, that kind of stuff. The Emmys are tomorrow night. Neil Patrick Harris is hosting the Emmys, and you know how he does phenomenal shows. And can we really compare ourselves to Neil Patrick Harris? I mean, I didn't want to put that kind of pressure on the poor guy. So I'm glad you liked it. So the song, if you heard that song, because the song wasn't good enough. Anyway, in case you didn't know, I didn't write that song. It was Hooray for Hollywood. And why did we do Hooray for Hollywood? Because we're going to Hollywood, baby! Now that we're in our 6th year, we are able to send our submissions to the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Yes! We're only starting with a couple categories right now, but I would imagine eventually I'm guessing Billy Crystal will just call Edmund and say, I don't know, who should get these awards? And then it'll all come from me. Well, let's not worry about Hollywood. Let's think about our local town of Naperville and our beautiful awards. I mean, look at those beauties. Wouldn't you like to take one of those home? And the statues are pretty nice too, by myself. You knew I was going to do that. You said, no, he didn't. Yes, I did. I rolled that. So, well, while we're on the subject, a round of applause for our lovely award handlers. First of all, Danielle Fenster. And our special guest award wrangler is Mrs. Illinois, Jessica Cunningham. And you realize that if Jessica cannot fulfill her role as also, Jessica, you are wearing a coveted crown on your head. Danielle is standing next to a table of blunt weapons. So, are you okay there? Do you guys want to switch places? You're all right? Okay, just check. Very good. We have always, for each year that we've done the awards, and this is the 6th one now, we have had a special guest open the awards. Well, he is driving from Springfield and he can't, so I'm going to have to try as best I can to fill in. Welcome to Naperville! Let's move to the next group of people. These are some of my favorite people. I knew one of them for years, and then we were on a project together for videotaping about the city and their anniversary, the 875th. About that same time, I met the other two at a trade show, and I introduced the two together, and then they created this baby. I feel like a proud grandfather. I look like it too. So, ladies and gentlemen, our founders, Lesna and Edmund Coyson, Gary Cradle, and honorary founder Daniel Lee.
Wow. Festival. It's 6 years that we're doing this. Appreciate each and every one of you and what you do for this festival. Supporting the arts in the Midwest, that's what we're about.
Yeah.
Well, needless to say, this is the 6th year, and I'm looking forward to working the 7th year. I'm already working the 7th year. I think I know just about everybody over here, from the front row all the way to the back row, so thank you for being here. But I want to single a few people out. All the filmmakers are here tonight from out of town, so I'm just going to read the name, if you don't mind standing up, so you can show that you are here tonight, and I'm not making a mistake. Les Easter. Yeah. Chris Rivera. Ross McCall.
Ross.
Nathan Ives. Mike Cromwell. John Spear. Gary Herbert. Stephanie, I don't know how to say her last name, but I believe it's Boyso. Jim Peterich. Greg Pizarro. Barbara Blomqvist. Chris Hahn. Gary Jones. And Mark Saltarelli. I'm probably missing somebody like, I don't know, Dave Sinker, but I don't know. Oh, Dave Sinker's there.
This is an exciting time, an extremely exciting time. I'm so thrilled and very proud. You know, my dad says it all the time, but I truly am very, very proud of Lesna, Edmund, Daniel, the whole crew for 6 years. It's unbelievable. We're the toddler now, you know, we're in that stage. So this has been tremendous. They have done a tremendous amount. Well, some of you do. And hey, probably all do. Realize how much work goes and effort goes into this. It's tremendous. We've had a lot of hours, many, many hours and many meetings. And these guys work tirelessly. They've worked through everything. Rain, sleet, snow, they're better than the post office. They work through everything to get through all of this. Daniel has been tremendous. Everybody, I couldn't even say enough for everybody. It's just a tremendous thing. Thank you, Don, again, for doing this. And we really appreciate hosting again. You are tremendous. We appreciate that very much. Every year gets better and better. I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy that you guys are involved. Every one of you, every year gets better, and we're looking forward to more wonderful years. That's it.
Thank you very much for being here. We had an excellent week of films. I hope many of you got to see most of the films. We had over 150 entries this year, 15 screenplays. We screened 92 films, and we continue our partnership also with the European Film Festival, and we're looking to expand that further to even broaden the type of films that we are able to bring. So we're looking forward to an exciting 2014, number 7, and thank you everyone for your support.
founders, that's the corporate line, la la la, yada yada. What about the filmmakers themselves? What did they have to say? It would be nice to hear from one of them. Well, we have one of them. As a matter of fact, last year a best documentary, this is what I'm looking for, a best documentary nominee, producer of that film is here with us tonight, and he'd like to say a couple of words about his experiences with the Naperville Film Festival, and that is Mr. Leonard Brink.
My only regret this evening is that I'm not closer to Danielle and Jessica. I just want to, I was flattered to be asked to come up and speak this evening a little bit to talk about my own experience with filmmaking. I'm fairly new at it. I've only been in the industry for 2 years. And the experience that I've had has been mind-boggling and incredibly rewarding. And I have to really thank NIFF for the opportunity to be able to submit a personal documentary last year called DMZ Patrol. And what was interesting about it, it was a film based on found footage of a combat patrol that I was on in Vietnam back in 1970. And in the film, there was all the things that were happening at that time. If you remember, we were invading Cambodia and Laos, and the war was not very popular. And we were sent up near the DMZ and Laotian border on a recon and force patrol. And we were, right in front of us was a B-52 bomb raid. And this film was made by a German TV company, and it was confiscated. Because at that time, all the negative press about the war, really, the military was pretty sensitive, especially if it had a B-52 raid. And so it was confiscated. But I was able to get the footage and build, with the help of a lot of people, including people here tonight, a really nifty personal documentary, and was shocked that it was accepted, and even more shocked that it was a nominee. I didn't win, but it didn't matter. And I have to really thank Edmund and Glessna and all the people, Daniel, Mary Ellen Fiesler, Annette Larson, and fellow nominees, Mark and Russell, John, all of you. It's just a pleasure, to be able to be here. Now, I started 2 years ago, even though I've been studying film for many years, particularly music scoring, the screenplay, so everything about a film, but I had no technical proficiency. And what motivated me by building my own documentary was, boy, I better get on the wagon. I just retired. And it's never too late to reinvent yourself. So I took courses on film production, on film editing. I worked with an editor every Saturday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. for 8 weeks to put together the documentary. I took courses on screenwriting, on movie marketing and distribution. I'm now the executive producer and co-writer of the feature film, Precious Metal. And it's going to be a good film. And what I found is, in making Precious Metal, what was incredibly important is that you don't take shortcuts and you step out of the box, because every story that could be told has probably been told 100 times in film. So the key to making a successful film, and a good film, is find a way to tell the story differently. Find something new, something different. A good example of that is the horror film Mama, which is a 3-star rated film with Jessica Chastain. And there are 10,000 horror films, but what was unique, it's about 2 young girls who are abandoned and lost in the woods. And they are discovered or found 5 years later and they're feral. But the question, the whole focus of the movie was, how did they survive? What kept them alive? And that was the hook to make it a very interesting, creative movie. And I think we've done that with Precious Metal. what we've tried to do is it's never too late to learn. This industry is very complex. After going through production and filming, it's unbelievable, the work, the hours that go into it. I've put 3,000 hours into this film, and we're still not done yet. I took a course on crime scene management from the National Forensic Academy to help write the screenplay, the portion that dealt with the crime scene. We hired a CSI expert to come in and critique it for authenticity. We went after the top cast. We have Paul Savino, Farino Duref, Todd Bridges. And the message to up-and-coming filmmakers is think big, raise the bar, and go after top people. If there's any way you can do it, go after top people. And it's never too late to reinvent yourself. I also want to, what I'd like to do is, because her story is so similar to mine, I'd like to introduce a young up-and-coming actress. And our connection is we went to the same college, Illinois College, 40 years apart, but I'd like to introduce Jenny Sauer. Does Jenny want to stand up? Yeah. And she's a guest, and the reason I want to introduce her, she's incredibly creative, and she did the same thing I did. She was a research biochemist who had published research papers. And a couple years ago, she said, that's not what I want to do. I want to do films. I want to get into acting. And she's doing an incredible amount of intensive homework and has a good career building. And it was inspiring, to be able to have that. So I just want to thank all of you and the nominees. I can't believe how much fun I'm having, and I'm 69 years old. And yet, I'm not going to give it up. So, thank you very much.
So, the awards. On to the awards. How does one get one of those? Well, first, film. Second, submit the film to us. And third, one of these wonderful, actually all of these wonderful people will review it, give their critique, and among the group decide who is the best for that category. I know they're not all here, but many of them are. So will the jurors please stand and be recognized? Student produced. No. A couple years ago, when I announced this, that very night there was a film on television, and I mentioned it during the awards. Sharktopus. And what I did is I told the filmmakers, the students, I said, please, finish school, get to Hollywood, they desperately need you. Well, since then, we've had Mega Shark, Ghost Shark, Swamp Shark, Two-Headed Shark, Megalon Shark, and of course, Sharknado. So the new message is, what the heck, just go for the money. So, accepting the award, if I get my cue here correctly. So I'm presenting the award, thank you. They're not accepting it, they'll present the award. Accepting the award, a lady who throws a great opening night party from Country Inn and Suites, Lisa Sizer.
Okay, nominations for Best Student-Produced Short Film are
Chubby Cupcake by Tony Venezia, Illinois.
I took a job in a factory that manufactured pipes.
Time is money. Let's get to work.
accepting the award on behalf of the Academy. Thank you. So our next award is for animation. We've come a long way since we used to scribble little things in the corners of our notebooks. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and the perfect way to tell a story, sometimes the only way to tell a story. To present the award for Best Animation from Corridor Law Group and the Naperville Council, Councilman Bob Easler.
It's my privilege to present the award for Best Animation. These films are true labors of love. They transport each of us from our real world to the world of human imagination. The nominees for Best Animation are
Mooncakes by Chang Liu, Illinois.
Red Bull has some pretty bad effects on egg insides.
Wow. Thank you so much for, I don't know what to say here. This is my first time actually attending a film festival that I entered, and thank you for recognizing my film, and thank you for my family who supported me, who couldn't be here today. But also thank you for my friends in the back, Anthony Pereira, who's my composer, Dave Buchanan, who's my sound designer and also animation assistant, and all my friends who couldn't be here. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, NIFF, for this honor. And go Red Hawks!
Oh, by the way, I noticed that you wanted to kiss the presenters. You go right ahead and do that if you like. I don't know what Mary Ellen would think about that, but you want to. So who is that presenter? The butler did it. Bob is our butler the last couple of years at the fundraiser that we do in February. And we have a fun murder mystery thing that we do to help raise funds for the film festival. And he was gracious and been the butler each of those times. In fact, he actually did it last time. So get on our mailing list if you're not on our mailing list so that you know that this is what we're doing next, or what we're doing next February, so that you can join us. Our film festival has a worldwide audience, as you've heard from the different people. And we've had films from dozens of countries besides our own submitted to our film festival. We have such a reputation that we have special guests who flew in all the way from Italy to be here tonight to talk with you. So please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the famous Italian filmmaking couple, Enrico and Rosa Mastantoli. One
friend was, we get the just about getting about it, and get back, and you like that, and beep, I take the beep, I go to go there, but then I got to go to Martin again, but beep, but that's fine, beep.
He said it was very nice. And they gave us the macadamia nuts.
Well, look, the stage is yours. We are students at
Okay. I'm a little nervous because our luggage was stolen at the Midway airport, and I have the Mickey Mouse. I have a beautiful Jaguar jacket. Where are you going to find something like that? Really, I mean, it's almost impossible. I know a guy. I want to say it's nice to be here. I want to thank Edmund, who I went to school with back in Italy, at the Mussolini Middle School. He was a great basketball player. And his lovely wife, Glenn Ross. Cradle Jr. here, and Mr. Nick, it's nice to see you too. I had a whole speech about the presentation, 2-3 hours, but it was in my jacket. So I made some notes. I'm just going to tell you what we're working on now back in Italy. Don't touch me. We have many films coming out very soon. We have a new movie called The Prisoners. It's the story of what Illinois governors become after they divorce.
I have a lot of fans in prison too.
Yeah, you do. 42, the movie told how a black man used a mitt and a bat to succeed in the big leagues, opening the doors for others. Our movie, 47, shows how a man named Mitt lost to a black man because he couldn't close his mouth.
Always keep your mouth open.
We have a wonderful new movie. It's Paula Dean's version of The Help. It's called The Good Old Days.
It's not a good time to help.
It's a very hard. That's right.
We have an adult, this is not for kids. Not for kids or jacket thieves. This is an adult movie. It's a take on the movie You've Got the Mail. It stars Anthony Weiner. And it's called Who's Poking Me on Facebook? Everybody knows you like a good poker. We have a gripping story about Congress making the deep cuts into food stamps. It's called the Real Hunger Games.
I got nothing.
Miley Cyrus, a big star, Miley Cyrus, she tries to make it in the world of big business in a movie called The Twerking Girl. Super 8. For the kids, this one is for the kids. For the kids and the people who love spy thrillers, we're proud to present Edward Snowden and the Chamber of Stolen Secrets. Our first animated feature, congratulations to the animation, very nice. Our first animation feature is about the Speaker of the House of Boehner's attempt to kill Obamacare. It's called Wreck-It John. Or not. We're going to cancel that one. But it's followed by, see, we're equal opportunity. We tell both sides of the story here in Italy, not like a Fox News or MSNBC. No, both sides. So we're doing the Wreck-It John, but it's followed by President Obama's reaction to the GOP, and it's called Meet the Fockers. Don't even go there. This is a Naperville, not Aurora. When I'm in Aurora, I make fun of Naperville. Equal opportunity. Oh, there I am. Okay. No topic is too controversial for Massacholi Pictures. We follow the NRA's quest for people's rights to bear arms in Annie, get your AK-47. Or the man with the golden rocket launcher.
I like the man that don't shoot the blanks. I'm just saying.
The pro-gun control lobby, we have a tearjerker called Obama, Where Art Thou? That's not going to go either. And finally, if you love the Fast and the Furious, you don't want to miss our documentary about Hugh Hefner's marriage to a 25-year-old girl. It's called Slow and Medicated.
Now who does that song?
Okay, that's it. I'm not getting asked to be open.
Go see them. Oh, they are funny, and they do shows all the time over at the Comedy Shrine, just on the other side of the Fox Valley Mall, over by Toys R Us. Go see them. They're starting an improv class a week from Tuesday. Yeah, I'll see you there. So, next category, near and dear to our hearts, it's the documentary. This is where real passion lives, where people's plights can be told, where wrongdoing can be exposed, where hearts and minds can be turned. Most documentaries never get to the Cineplex. That's why we are honored to provide this venue. To present the award for Best Documentary from the Naperville Convention and Visitors Bureau, Ms. Christine Jeffries.
The nominations for Best Documentary Film are
Between the Harvest by Scott Drucker, Illinois.
Es un proyecto cultural, no es un proyecto que eduque a las personas a valorizar como desarrollo sostenible, ¿entiendes?
Go Dandies by British Television of Josh Thomas, United States.
Seeing India for the first time, and I love every bit of it. I love the smell, I love the smiles on people's faces. We always say that, that's a lot.
Humble, perseverance, honest.
Iconic, nutrition, light, generosity, charming, giving, macho, physical, jazz man, a force, extraordinary, soul, cool cat, gentleman, rock star, passionate, charismatic, magnificent.
By Ethan Metzinger, Illinois.
I wish you a happy Hanukkah and a good new year. Let's all be peaceful.
I remember Nazis marching in the street with brown shirts and sang a song.
Hello, America.
The Germans are gone.
The slogan.
Sidewalks, and then we hear the tanks.
Mission 1, mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. La mission est accomplie.
It's something that stays in your mind forever.
The award for Best Documentary Film goes to Between the Harvest. NIFF will accept the award on behalf of Between the Harvest.
Our next award is one of our newer awards, the music video. Presenting the award is a fine musician himself, a man who spearheads the development of this category at our film festival. He is the owner of Soundworks Records and Media, Mr. Robert Mackey.
We need musicians, composers, and songwriters who can stand before us and with power and magic produce those moments of performance that can change the very air that we breathe. We need their continuous interaction with our world. When you combine the emotion of music with the message of the lyrics, with the compelling visual, you can achieve a music video, and it's something that's truly inspiring. I love that. The nominees for Best Music Video are
Delusional by Private Lines, Illinois.
Yes,
Best Music Video goes to Delusional.
You know, when you write a song, that's just the first step. And I really don't like it when a video comes out and it ruins the song for you. You ever see that? You know, you have your own visual in your head. And Greg Bizzaro is one of the few people I know that can direct a video and enhance a song and bring out everything that I meant when I wrote the song. Delusional is about living your dream. Don't listen to people that say you're a dreamer. It will never work. Be delusional. Thank you, Maggie, for your great performance.
Just most of all wanted to thank Jim and Karen, for the initial head with this video, and it started with, I had actually done a music video prior to meeting Jim, and I've done, directly or indirectly now 12 music videos, so I owe a lot to Jim, and for this music video in particular, it was close to home for me, and Jim was an inspiration and a motivation for me. So, but I also want to thank Steve Clausen, one of my closest friends in East. Definitely not really, John, my brother, who technically this wouldn't have been done. So, and everyone else, Henry, you're a great hall monitor, and Cheryl and the whole family, and Maggie too. So, thank you very much. James award-winning clothes, that's just his streetwear, just so that you know. So our film festival was scheduled for Saturday through Saturday this year. And then this film arrived. We decided to add a date to the festivities ahead of time to give it a proper premiere. So last Friday night, at our pre-opening night premiere, we showed the film Composed. Uplifting story of determination and triumph. Imagine a passion to play the piano but not being able to stretch your fingers far enough to play the chords. Well, some people would give up, other people rewrite the music. Ladies and gentlemen, he's here to play for us tonight. Mr. Chris Herrera.
this is actually his first time. To present the award for Best Mobile Video. Now, I'm not sure if you know what that is, but it's actually doing the whole thing out of these things. To present the award for Best Mobile Video, Mrs. Illinois.
The nominations for Best Mobile Video are
Mama's Apple Pancakes by Tina Karakurtis, Illinois.
Mama's apple pancakes. They add powdered sugar. Now that the apples are getting golden around the edges of batter,
fresh farm eggs. I'm gonna whip up olive oil, feta cheese, salt and pepper already previously portioned out.
and the award goes to Mama's Apple Pancakes.
Thank you very much. Oh, this is so wonderful. First of all, I'd like to thank my son to encourage me to do this. My mother is disabled, and growing up, she used to make these apple pancakes every week, and I come from a large family of 6, and my parents came from Poland. They were in Nazi camps, and so we were very poor growing up. But when I was growing up, I didn't know we were poor because Mama made delicious apple pancakes and potato pancakes and dumplings. I mean, we had plenty of food for everyone. So I'd like to thank my son for encouraging me, my family for supporting me, and to the neighborhood Little Best, thank you so much for letting me share Mama's apple pancakes, and this is a tribute to my mother. Thank you.
For the next award, in the beginning was the Word. I know it's written down somewhere. And it's the start of all these films that are here this week. And the screenplay to present the award for best, or beginning of it, it starts with the screenplay. So to present the award for a screenplay from Naperville Community Television, NCTV, Ms. Natalie Vitale.
All right, the nominees for Best Screenplay are
Lifetime Loser by James Ross. The Secret of Daisy Blythe by Barbara Blomquist. Ultimate Flight Queen by Billy Bates. Condition of Return by John E. Spare.
and
Leave of Absence by Bill Redding.
the award goes to Conditions of Return by John Spear.
Honestly, I have no idea what to say. I mean, this just goes to what Leonard said earlier. You're never too old to follow your dream. This goes out to everybody that's had faith in me, and you all know who you are. My writing partner, John Hensel, out there. This is just a thrill. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Now, you can do a movie where you left saying, wow, this was way too long. Well, that's why we make short from Whole Foods, Debbie Guion and Dave Thursday.
Hello. The nominations for the Best Short Film are...
Remember to Breathe by Mark Saltarelli, California.
Come on, give us some class. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
You see the clocks go tick tock, and you hear the hearts go dum, but the music goes. What we really don't understand is that a man needs to spend some time by himself. Supernatural. Really? No, I'm a shopkeeper. I'm British, I've got a old India.
There's a beach down the road, and it's counselor's open.
Kind of romantic. And our summer is just beginning. We shouldn't be thinking about what we want.
Don't forget your first kiss. Unless it's one of those repressed memories.
Toy by Wendell Himself.
I heard you served.
2 tours.
So what'd you do over there?
Same thing we're doing now, except now you're picking the dead bodies.
Was buried in time.
The film festival will accept the award on their behalf. Thank you. Thank you. We lost some friends this year. People near and dear to NIFF. Karen Black, screen star from many pictures, probably best known for films like 5 Easy Pieces, Family Plot, and Nashville. She's a native of Park Ridge. She visited the Film Fest in her first year, promoting an independent film in which she was starring, and she gave the film festival that Hollywood shine that we needed to propel it forward. She passed away in August. Another friend of the film festival, maybe film's dearest friend, Roger Ebert, passed on, lost his battle with cancer this year. Roger presented the best student-produced film a couple of years back. He had had just fallen and had broken his hip, or damaged his hip. It wasn't broken, but it was severely damaged. He was walking very slowly. They put him in the green room, which is on the second floor in the back of the theater. We were showing it, and so it took him a real long time to get to the award. But so we told all kinds of great stories about the films and his book saying, the films that he hates and such. Then he came up here, and he couldn't speak, as you probably know. He had lost both sides of his jaw because of this. And he had a synthesizer, and he was typing away as people were asking questions. And I was holding the microphone to his computer as Roger Ebert was telling everybody the answers to the questions and responding to his questions. The really cool thing is that he's so beloved, somebody actually created a synthesized voice on the computer that sounded exactly like he used to. So it was wonderful to have him at the film festival a couple years back. He passed it in. Now, each year at the festival, we remember one of our own who was pivotal in launching us our first year, Jocelyn Dunn. She was our volunteer coordinator. She juggled people and schedules like a pro, and all the while suffering from what would take her before she could We honor a volunteer each year with a NIFF trophy as the Jocelyn Award. To present that award, let's bring back Lesna and Ed.
Yeah, Jocelyn was our very first volunteer. We remember telling her at our kitchen table, we're going to throw a film festival. And she said, "Are you insane?" But then she was a wonderful, wonderful promoter, and she did actually get to come to the first one and surprise us. So it's through her integrity and through her heart and her passion. And she did everything she could right until her dying day to promote this film festival. So we give this award, if I could, I'd give every single volunteer an award like this because you are all near and dear to our hearts and you work your brains off, and we sure do appreciate it. So singling one out every year is kind of a tough thing to do, but we decided to do it this year to one of our very own, and we need a trophy over here. I don't know, it's got a name on it, so that's what we're here for.
The recipient is Dan Gingle.
I'm so busy writing this. I was so busy writing the script for this thing, I never thought to write anything else, so I'm kind of sweet. I love this group. I don't go to every one of the movies. I'm not going into that, it's finished, guys. I don't go to all of the movies. I go to a couple here and there, but I love the pageantry of it. I love getting the folks that make the films to get together and see them come up and the smiles on their faces. I guess I have one of those smiles now. Yes. Thank you very much. It's very kind. You can all come visit.
Right, we're going to talk about sponsors. Without our sponsors, this would not happen. So they are helping us to continue bring you the high-quality films to the Midwest and to NIFF. So we thank our sponsors for their support.
The next award is for Best Actor. The folks that are going to be presenting this, their company, will be presenting it. These two that own the company, the kindest folks anyway, they opened their home to us 6 years ago, and they welcomed us back ever since. We love the theater. We love the friendly staff like Ken and Patrick, their staff. We love the popcorn. Take it from me, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the owner Shirley and Willis Johnson, Mr. Patrick Stickney.
It's an honor to host the festival at August 6th, and really looking forward to next year too. So let's get on with the awards. The nominees for the Best Actors are
Ross McCall for It's Not You, It's Me.
Fall in love, and that she would find out that she's got a terminal illness and that she's going to die in 3 months' time. You see, that way I can give myself to her fully and completely without ever having the fear of commitment. Usted.
Name and time.
We've done this already, haven't we? And what did you just say yes to?
Of course I will.
Oh, we already? Is this a joke? What year is this?
The nominees for Best Actress are
Joelle Carter for It's Not You, It's Me.
That's funny because I was just picturing myself moving and Jamie like, I remember. Okay, we don't talk about it.
East Among Saints.
You experienced anything abroad you never brought back with you? Are you diagnosed with PTSD, bipolar, depression?
nightmares.
Yeah, me too, pal. I'm living them right now. You got any kind of criminal record? Anything I need to know about? Let me get a good look at you. I'm not gonna let you do it again. If you do not wish to work with conviction, then you should leave.
Wanted to say, I know you did. Now you're blaming me because you feel bad.
Not accuse me of being selfish for this essay for you.
Selfish? Hardly. You are so passive, so selfless that you can't even make up your mind about anything. If you were so worried about how this would look or what people would think, then why did you stay?
And the award goes to Joelle Carter.
I have not Joelle spoke a lot for you tonight. On behalf of Joelle, who couldn't be here tonight, I'd just like to thank you all, and I know she appreciates it very, very much. Thank you. Daniel, don't go away. You know somebody's celebrating his birthday today. All right, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Daniel. Happy birthday to you.
No candles in here.
You're not like the one you don't have to die over. We'll have some of that afterwards. We have some Sony Vegas Pro version 12s to hand out to a few lucky filmmakers. So I'd like to, they're there, and lovely Jessica will be handing them to those that are here. And those people are Chang Liu for our mooncakes. Arlene Young, Rosemary and Tom. And Mike Kuma, a place of his own. Of his own. Yeah, there he is. Mike. He's coming. Congratulations. Enjoy. We expect some great work from those programs. I love local television. I grew up with Ray Rayner, Fraser Thomas, Jerry G. The original. Causes Ray, Jerry was one. And many others. So it's very exciting to have a local television guy here tonight. And just as exciting to have our own NCTV anchor lady to present the next award. Ladies and gentlemen, from CLTV and WGN, Naperville's own Dolly Picard.
Well, good evening, everybody. Everybody having a good time tonight? It is my honor and joy to present for contributions and dedication to the entertainment industry, the Naperville Independent Film Festival's Lifetime Achievement Award to the beloved film critic, entertainment reporter, host for WGN TV, WGN AM, and my colleague and friend, Mr. Dean Richards.
but after all, this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, right, Dean? I'm not gonna roast you, but it is a Lifetime Achievement Award, and he has certainly lived quite a life already, but he's got many years to go. And we hope many years on TV and radio to go. So, no roasting. He's known all around the world, thanks to WGN America and of course his own reputation, but he will always be one of Chicago's very own. People in this town, Chicagoland, Naperville, are very proud of him and think one of the reasons because of that is because he is one of the great Chicagoans. I do much better with the camera right in front of my face. I don't want to mess this up because it's so important. Dean, you mean a lot to all of us, and we want to get this right. Dean grew up in Chicago's South Shore neighborhood, in West Beverly neighborhood. He attended college at Columbia College, right here in Chicago's backyard. And he never left. He clearly loved Chicago and the city, and his fans loved him back. I grew up on Chicago's Northwest Side, and I am proud to be among some of the most down-to-earth people, fun-loving, honest, hardest-working people in any city across America. Dean is Chicago. He's hardworking, lighthearted, down-to-earth, brilliant, fun-loving, adorable, and I say that because I had a true story. Dean and I, we were at Paula Dean's restaurant, and I actually witnessed Paula Dean rubbing his head, and he just were so gracious about that. She was sweet. Multi-talented, humble, very humble, and honest. He gives it to you straight. All definitely attributes of a man we honor here tonight. Dean Richards is the real deal. Very early on in his career, he held a variety of jobs at Chicago stations, including one not too far from here in Aurora, WAUR. Do you remember those call letters, Dean? And let's jump a decade here to the 80s. He also did voiceover work for a station where I got my first start in broadcasting, WPWR, Channel 50 in Chicago. And throughout the 80s, he held managerial roles and morning host jobs in radio. Then came the 90s, and in May of 1999, history was made, because Dean Richards could be heard now on WGN TV. He joined WGN TV as a staff announcer, and soon after added WGN Radio to his resume, and then soon after that started appearing as a regular reviewer on WGN TV. What did I tell you about the hardest working man? At WGN Radio, he has won over 30 national and national awards for programming and production, including the prestigious Peter Lessigor Award for Outstanding Journalism. And on the TV side, we've all seen and continue to watch him with his entertainment reports and reviews on WGN Morning News, WGN Midday News, WGN News at 5, and WGN News at 9. The man doesn't stop working. And that's where he interviews national and local celebrities and reports on showbiz and reviews the latest movies. So let me just simply say, when Dean Richards reviews a film, people listen. He is respected and admired by many. We've also seen on air that fun-loving side to him, a humble side, a forgiving side. Remember those interviews with Selena Gomez and Ella Gibson? You did not deserve that. But I can also tell you that he's as nice off air as he is on air. One of the first few weeks when I first started working as the news anchor for CLTV, I was asked to help out with a not-for-profit in Naperville, and I went right to Dean and I said, can you help me contribute to this movie basket? And of course, without hesitation, he gave me a stack of movies. That made a really nice, wonderful basket and all went to charity. So I was also impressed with Dean because I was new in the newsroom and he genuinely looked at me, smiled at me, and genuinely cared about my response. And that's a rarity in TV news, not a reflection on the people there, but just the way the business is, the time demands and constraints and all. So I really appreciated that from him. And I also remember a time, missed my spot here. So again, he is the real deal. As I said, when Dean reviews a film, people listen. But people also listen when Dean puts his heart out there. He's been a tireless worker related to HIV and AIDS issues and breast cancer, and he's been a champion for countless causes, including his work for the Muscular Dystrophy Association, where he also has been WGN TV's long-term host for the annual marathon. And he has lent support to countless organizations, including Howard Brown Health Center, Horizons Community Center, Gilda's Club after his own health scare, and Open Hand Chicago. He has also hosted numerous events for hunger, homelessness, and domestic violence organizations. And he's being honored here tonight not to support his lifetime achievements for being heard all over the radio waves of Chicago and across TV across America, but we honor you, Dean, today for your work that you have done on behind the scenes to make Chicagoland, Naperville, this world a better place. So ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join me as we present the NIFF Lifetime Achievement Awards to one and only Mr. Dean Richards.
Thank you very much. Wait, I'm going to drop this. So I'm afraid of right here. Thank you very much. That's very nice. Clearly, I should be more exhausted than I am. We'll see about that. Wow. I did. Thank you to the Naperville International Film Festival. It was a wonderful honor. I do appreciate it. It was. I get out this way every once in a while, not as much as I'd like. But it was very nostalgic coming back out here tonight because, as Dolly mentioned, one of my very first jobs was right here in this area. It was on Eola Road. I did the morning show on WAUR and their sister station, WMRO. And 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm sure, this was in the 70s. There's nothing out here then. There's nothing. I'm driving through cornfields, 3 o'clock in the morning. Trying to stay awake to get to my job. So here I am now, all these years later. It's still 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still driving to work. Going to WGN to do the morning news. I appreciate this very, very much. It always seems funny to get a Lifetime Achievement Award. At first I thought it was a clerical error, and then somebody explained it's the award that you get when you have 1 foot in the grave. So maybe you guys know something that I don't know. But either way, it's very much appreciated. When you're talking about Roger Ebert earlier, I was just reflecting on that here tonight and how much he loved these kinds of festivals and these kinds of events. A couple of years ago, he invited me to go to his Roger Ebert Film Festival in Champaign-Urbana. And where they show exactly the kind of films that you have been seeing here in Naperville this week. These amazing films that are such the heart and soul of the film industry. I mean, it's, don't get me wrong, I love a good Rob Schneider movie that I have to sit through. That's for all of you to say I have the coolest job in the world, that I have to sit through the Rob Schneider. But the heart and soul are these fantastic movies that often fall through the cracks that Roger cared so passionately about, and that you here with this festival care so passionately about. If there is any achievement that I hope that I've done in my time on the air and in writing, is that I've also helped to bring some light of day to some of these great films and some of the amazing work that some of you filmmakers and actors and producers and editors have been producing. I hope as a critic that I'm clearly telling your stories, I'm accurately describing your films, and I hope that even though you may disagree with my review from time to time, that at least you think that I've been fair with my reviews. That's what I hope that I've accomplished in all of this time. So thank you again very, very much, and here's to a great year number 7 for NIFF next year. Thank you so much.
We are blessed to have such great friends in the arts, like Candace Hernandez and the wonderful people at center stage. Would you agree? Yes. We were here early setting things up. Oh, by the way, lovely picture. Our good friends from the Chamber of Commerce, Speed Pro Imaging League, four of us, just cha-ching. We were here early today setting things up, and they had got a bazillion kids in the other room dancing to some Disney songs. And I asked Candace sometime back, how many kids have you put through this program? And she said, countless, thousands. I don't know. There are tons of kids here that get the arts that they may not get other places, especially the way that Candace does that for these kids. There's like they had 50 or 60 Annies last time they did Annies. All of them got a shot at being Annie. That's a great thing for their self-esteem, for their ability to see what it's like to be on stage, to get rid of that stage fright. You know, people, Seinfeld, for instance, said a long time ago that people feared death just shy of public speaking. They would rather be in the casket than giving the eulogy. But giving them that ability was great. So we're going to see some of those kids, I'm sure, up on Broadway or on the big silver screen. Now, the people that might be directing them are some of the people that we're going to be seeing just in a minute here to present the Best Director from Center Stage, Donna Coleman.
Okay, the nominees for Best Director are
Nathan Ives for It's Not You, It's Me. For Feast Among Saints. Bruce Roman for Hector. Valente Figueres Jorge for The K Effect. Stockholm's Anchor. Gary Herb for Thursday Speaker.
Okay, Nathan Ives.
Thank you all so much for supporting independent film, supporting this independent film particularly. Thank you to the Naperville Independent Film Festival for having us. We're honored to be here. Thank you to Al. We wouldn't be here without you in Sedona. I want to say a big thanks to the cast and crew of It's Not You, It's Me. It's a completely collaborative effort, and I certainly wouldn't be up here without them. Special thanks to Ross McCall, who joined me here at the festival, along with later across the country. And thank you all so much. It's means the world.
Well, we made it to the last award, the feature film. We're also happy to have as a partner in the beloved film, North Central College. Not only were we showing films over at Classic Cinemas on 6 for the entire week, but we were also showing films at Smith Hall in Old Main, North Central College. And most of those were the Europeans and sometimes encore presentations, and we're very thankful for them. It's great to have our friends to present the big award of the night, the Best Feature, Professor Richard Guzman.
Guests come visit us at North Central College. These are magnificent films. You will have to read subtitles. But most of those are no longer than tweets most of the time. You can handle this. And they are gems. Films from Spain, France, Germany, and of course the UK. The magnificent film from Afghanistan, Bushkasi Boys, which we saw. Films from Lebanon, Israel, and the most powerful 3-minute film I have ever seen, ever. Voices from Bahrain. We ought to take time now to show that 3-minute film. But I'm here to present the award for the Best Feature. The pinnacle of film, what what almost everyone aspires to write, direct, produce a feature. And this year, the nominees for Best Feature Film are
It's Not You, It's Me by Nathan Ives, California.
We all have a terminal illness. It's called life.
After 2 years, you're gonna have sex with them, and then 10 minutes later break up with them?
No.
Yes. What is love? Anyway, does this straight jacket make me look fat?
You're a man. You don't think. You hunt, gather, barbecue, and...
Sit down, right?
Something like that.
How come you stay back here?
See me sitting down here?
I'm not your face.
Bad thing.
We're taking them to protective custody and try to determine what's in the best interest of the child.
I wasn't protected when I did yet, baby.
You come with me. We'll figure this thing out, okay?
Let's not Smikey help you. Follow me.
Well, yeah,
I work. I can work.
whatever.
I saw your show in North Carolina.
Thursday Studio Park in California.
Stay sober and keep coming back.
You're always good for business, Rod.
I'm gonna go grab a coffee after this. Do you want to go with me? Oh, hey. They seem like really nice folks.
Wingman Incorporated, Kingston Shaver, Illinois.
You speak now or forever. I'm losing my mind.
Any value ladies a drink?
Judging by your outfit, I'd say you couldn't afford it.
Judging by my outfit. This is Coles. It's funny. You're funny.
So who's gonna jump on that grenade? Who's gonna show that model a good time? Stevenson? What? No, not me.
The winner is Least Among Saints. We're happy to accept the award. On behalf of all the people associated with this wonderful film.
Well, that, as they say, is that. So, we're taking a day off tomorrow. I don't know if you guys know, I'm taking a day off tomorrow. And then we get started again on 2014. Lucky 7, baby! September 14th through 2014 at lovely locations in Naperville for the Naperville Independent Film Festival. Thank you very much, Andrew.